but a lot of Germans are not so good in English.
I see. I have some German students. They speak very good English, actually.
Yeah, some people do, but the most people are 80% are not speaking good English.
Wow, I see. Let me check my YouTube channel to see if it's working.
Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah, it is streaming right now. Yeah, it is. It's going live.
Perfect.
Did you see my channel?
Yes, sure.
Yes. Okay. Would you like to wait for maybe a couple of minutes to see some attendees coming up, or we just get started?
How you want. So it's your interview, so how you wanted to handle.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, we can just get started.
Perfectly.
Yeah. Okay. Me?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, let's get started.
Perfect.
Okay. Welcome to another episode of the Kelly Show. If you are just getting started in your business, chances are you will be relying on organic traffic for quite some time. Today, I'm so honored to have Benjamin Moldt on my show. Benjamin Moldt is an expert when it comes to building and scaling a high-priced coaching business. Benjamin was first able to successfully integrate himself in a wide variety of coaching niches, and after just 1 year was already one of the top highest paid coaches in his industry. With his coaching at the time, Benjamin caught the attention of hundreds of thousands of people on social media, and with just a few episodes built and marketed one of the most successful podcasts in the dating or manhood and self-actualization space. He later found his passion in helping other experts profitably build and massively scale their business in the shortest amount of time. So, Benjamin, could you share with us how did you get started?
Yeah, Kelly. So I'm so thankful to be here with you on your show. It's a very big honor for me. So in the beginning, I just started a few businesses to see what's the right thing for me. So I tested network marketing. I made some $100 with this in a month. I was in fitness coaching. I just acquired the people in my gym. I just told them, hey, do the exercise so and so. I made also some $100. I was in t-shirt business. So I tried a lot in the beginning and everything was a great experience, but I didn't feel so that this was the thing I want to do long term. So then I had a very great mentor when I was 18, and it was a life coach for me who helps me to increase the way of thinking, the way of I live my life to build strong habits, and this changed my life for myself immediately. So I just say to me, hey, that's what the value I become from him is what I want to give to others. So I got into the personal development and dating niche for men, and I was only in the English market. So I just saw his content. He was also an American. And then I saw the German market and it was so boring. So everything did the same and it was very, very boring marketing. And then I just thought, hey, you can also do this. You can even do this better. So then I started podcast. I start with every content with a lot of content strategies. I built a podcast, built a YouTube channel, built an Instagram audience, also did webinars. And it comes very fast because I had a very polarized content that my audience was growing every week. So my first video on TikTok, I remember I just started, had something like 200,000 views. It's a lot in Germany.
Yeah,
And
a lot.
yeah. So that was because I thought the market was so boring. I do something else. And that was the revenue I got from this was that I had my own market niche in the German market. So nobody does the same way I did. And this was very interesting for people because I told you the market was very boring. The marketing was there was a lot of coaching because dating and personal development was a big market already before 5 years, but it was very boring. Everybody did the same and looked, hey, what did my competitors do? I do the same. And I just tried to do my own thing, made some podcast, had a very successful podcast where I just shared my opinions, and it built my brand very successfully. So I had my own marketing niche, and that got me a very good clients and a lot of clients in a very short period of time.
Yes, I see. So for many people, actually, organic marketing, it takes a lot of time, right, to gain traction. Does that require a large amount of followers to build to monetize your content or something like this?
No, so I built also a huge follower base, even on TikTok, and my podcast had something like 6K views per episode. But my YouTube channel, for example, only had in the beginning 60 or 70 subscriptions. And I also have a lot of clients right now. I help to build their brand, to build their business, which also have 400 followers. So that's not much, but it depends more on that you have the right clients, that you have the right followers, which in your niche, which are qualified to buy coachings and have the right way of thinking. And when you make good content for the right audience, you don't have to present your content to millions of people. So there is the more people you achieve, the better it is, because the more people see you, that's also very powerful for your business. But you don't have to have a lot of followers for running a successful business in coaching.
Yes, I see. So how do you make content to attract the right group of people you want to serve?
So I have a very clear client avatar. So my client avatar have something like, I think, 60 to 70 points. I target my audience, and the social media algorithms, they are very smart. So when I make a video for a specific group of audience, they got this instantly on their For You page. And then I just share my opinions. I share some personal things of my life, and try to connect them with myself, with my opinions, with my kind I see the world, to connect them with my brand. And I think that's the most powerful way of marketing you can do.
Yes, I see. And did you put on some relative hashtags when you post on those videos?
Yeah, so that's also a thing I try to I tried to a lot of hashtag strategies. That's important, but it's not so important how many people think, because I saw people, they don't even use hashtags. They already got very viral on social media. On Instagram, you can use, I think, 30 hashtags, but when you do this, that I view the analytics from Instagram, it makes a short increase, but it's not that important. More important is that you have the attention of your audience in your reels or with your content.
I see. So when you are building your personal brand, right, you try your organic marketing, did you just figure out by yourself or did you follow a mentor to gain traction?
Well, a bit of both, to be honest. So
Okay.
there are a lot of strategies to build a personal brand. So I think it's very useful to have some role models. I think you shouldn't copy someone, because when you copy someone, you are always the copy of someone. So,
Yes.
but not bring your own values to the table, because people love authentic marketing. They love when they see someone who's authentic, who have clear values, clear opinions, and they can connect with this. For example, I told you I was in personal development for men,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it was end of 2021 where I changed my business, because I made a second business model where I helped beginner coaches to make their first 10K in a month. And this was very successful, because the people already had an interest to build a business, and they was connected to my brand.
Mhm.
So a lot of very big influencers have not only one or two programs with the time, they have a lot of programs, because the brand is so strong that people trust them so much. And I think that's something you can provide when you build your personal brand.
Yeah, yes. So
Yeah.
it's like a build a personal connection first. Then if people like you, they will buy from you, right?
Yeah. And
Yes.
also important thing on this is a lot of people have a client avatar. So,
Uh-huh.
but the least people have a avatar for himself, for the brand. So
Mm.
the first step is sure to make a client avatar, but it's the same important that you are the brand or the avatar your people want to see, that you do the content your audience need, and have the values and talk about the things your audience is interested in. So that's
Mhm.
very important when you build a personal brand.
Yes, yes. So let's say when a person just gets started, right? He or she has no experience in business before. This is their first time to start their business. So what's the process to build a personal brand?
Yeah. So I give the most of my clients the quest to do a lot of interviews with their audience, so that
Yeah.
they search in social media of I always say 50 people is a good amount to
Mm.
see good stats, what your audience want, and ask them a few questions. What are your biggest struggles right now? What do you
Mm.
want to improve in your life? What's your problem? What have a program, what should have a program that you would invest in, how a program have work that you would invest in this, how much would you invest in this,
Mm.
and that's some questions that gives you a lot of clarity about your audience. So, and
Mm.
when you have this audience, you can see which are the people I want to work with, and build your client avatar on this. And then you can also build your branding avatar on this. So on these answers.
Mm.
And then, yeah, you have your first brand avatar on paper, but that's not in, the people are, you're still invisible for the people. That's the thing. So nowadays, it depends a bit on which niche you are in. If you're more B2B, more B2C, but you definitely have to do a social media with a long-term strategy. So for B2B, sometimes LinkedIn is more useful, but for a
Mm.
lot of people, also Instagram, YouTube, TikTok are very, very good content networks. You can build a very good audience with content you build exactly for this audience.
Yes, yes. So would you suggest if it's for B2B, we should focus on linking only?
It depends a bit on the targeting group. So
Yeah.
YouTube, I think YouTube is always a good thing to post on, because I
Mm.
think every targeting group has YouTube. So YouTube, you can't do anything wrong with YouTube. But when you do short form content like reels, it makes a lot of sense to cross post them, because when I make short videos, I think I don't want to create some videos for TikTok, some for Instagram, some for Facebook, some for YouTube Shorts. I just use the same video and post this on every platform, because then I have a very less effort, but I can achieve can bring this to a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah. It will save you a lot of time, and it's like omnipresence.
Yeah.
People see you everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes. So then let's say we come up with people, what do they want? We already interviewed 50 people. So next step will be create an irresistible offer, right?
Right. That's a part of your brand always.
Yeah.
So your brand is your offer, and your brand has built around your offer. So, and when you have this offer, the people feel understood. So they see your offer. So, and when you do these interviews with your audience, you see what their real struggles are. And for a lot of people, it's maybe for diet coaching, for example, they it takes too long time. They don't want to make crash diets, or they eat too hard. And when you see what they don't want and bring this in your offer and see, hey, I help you to lose a lot of weight in a short period of time without dieting hard or something else, then you have an offer that makes you an USP, so a unique selling proposition.
Yes.
And when you have just one USP in your market that no one else has, you have your own market niche, and that's so powerful.
That's right. It's like the blue ocean, right? Less competitive, and serve only those underserved people.
Yeah. So
Yes.
that was also something I had earlier in my personal development niche. So there was, on this point, nowadays there are some more people, they do what I did for some years. But on this time, I was the only guy in Germany who did this kind of coaching and this kind of marketing. And this was very powerful to gain an audience. And then there was no competitors that had some very huge benefits for me. So I got a very big pipeline of people. So I was on a time, it was mid 2021. I had so much clients. I had to stop my program to get new clients and raise my price immediately, but it still got booked because the offer was so good for the people that it was a no-brainer offer for them.
Yeah, yeah. So what's your suggestion about create an irresistible offer?
Yeah, you have to see who your audience is. And then first, the most important thing is, what is their dream? What is their real reason they want to buy your product?
Yeah.
When you have weight loss, for example, the less people just want to lose weight. They want to feel better when they go to the beach, or they want to feel more attractive, or they have some very huge health problems. And that's the motivation behind the motivation they don't tell you. So, but when you speak to the motivations they really have, it's much easier for them to buy because they feel understood.
Yes, we need to find out the reason why they want to buy your products, right? And thinking from their shoes, why do they need it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So my business is right now that I help coaches to build their brand and their marketing. But normally I live in Dubai, and I know a lot of my clients I talk to with also want a lifestyle that they are independent from local work. So they want to go into Dubai or to travel any other country in the world. And that's something I find really fast when I'm in the closing call with them, because I know my audience, I know the people, and 80% of all people I call with has pretty the same avatar, so of their needs and beliefs. And that's very easy for me to understand them and to talk with them on one level. So
yes. So after creating an irresistible offer, do they need to post on social media every day? Like how many times they need to post on social media? per
It
day?
depends a bit on this social media platform. So on YouTube, it for the first, it's enough when you post 1 to 2 times a week. Podcast also, it's enough when you post 1 to 2 times a week. You can also grow your Instagram account with 2 to 3 times a week. But if you are very serious about and want to have the fastest amount of follower gaining and want to grow as fast as possible, you can post every day. But on TikTok and Instagram, you can make everyday stories, everyday post. But the most people I see who want to try post every day, they have one problem, because their content, the content quality goes down when they post this amount of post. So for my clients, I say for Instagram or TikTok or YouTube Shorts with short video content, or even Facebook, when you do this 2 to 3 times a week with a very good quality, with very good consistency, that's also the key for success in social media, then you are have a very good base that your account can grow.
So about how much time could they really gain traction? Can they attract some quality clients to their business?
Well, it don't take so much time many people think. So it depends a bit on your quality status. I know people, they make 10 to 12 hours to make one YouTube video, but then it's very, very high quality. But for the smartest thing you can do actually is short form video content. And for me, I just post now. Today, it's the 1st March. I post content I recorded on October sometimes. So I also do new content, but I have some videos I recorded just on one day in October 2022. So I just had one day. It was only for filming videos. And in this day, I made 30 videos on one day.
Wow.
Yeah. So I just have to edit them, and that takes for me like 20 minutes, 25, to make subtitles, to cut them a bit. And then I have enough content right now with 1 hour a week, just cutting, to make my amount of post weekly.
Yes. So would you suggest those coaches who just started their coaching business go live on social media?
Live streaming is also a very good idea. So there's something, when you have TikTok, you have to gain, I think, 1,000 followers. 1,000. You can live stream there as well. It's also good on Facebook and Instagram when you start building your first audience. So when you have 0 followers, I think on Instagram primarily your live stream is only visible for people they follow you. But when you go on TikTok, it's you can easily got to 500 or more than some thousands people every live stream. So it's very, very powerful to live stream there.
Yes. Would you suggest the coaches who during their live stream, then in the end they put a call to action, like join my program, something like this?
Yeah, so call to action is always a powerful thing you definitely have to do. So I have call to actions in my info post on Instagram. I have this in my bio. I have this on my videos in the description, and sometimes also in my videos and in my stories. So because people don't do something until they get told they have to do something. So we have, that's in our nature. We have a sense of that we follow advices. So, and when we always say to people, just, hey, follow for more if you like this content, that immediately increasing the following rate people have on your profile.
Yes. So let's say someone posts on social media and some people commented below, right? It's very interesting. I would like to connect with you, something like this. How would you approach to people? How would you suggest, what to say to those people?
Yeah. So when they comment on your Instagram or TikTok, you can just let them a message and ask about if they are interesting or if they have the problem you target with your niche. They still have this. Or for your example, is it, hey, are you right now learning Chinese? Or for me is, are you growing your business actually? You're already on 10K in a month or something like this. And I come into a conversation with people, and then they share about their stories, their actual things they work on. And then I just go to people and say, hey, if you want, let's make a call next week. Maybe I can give you some advice on this. And I just focused on giving value in this call. So, and I don't have to do anything. The people just say, oh, that's very helpful what you give to me. How would it look when I want to work with you? And that's how I got 80% of my clients.
Okay, I see. So you give value first, then doing the one-on-one call, and the people will usually ask you, how can I work with you, right?
Yeah. So sometimes I also do a pitch in this call, but often I don't have to do this because when you have good value on your profile, the people see that you're an authority and expert in your niche. That's something I call resonance. So when you give value out, something comes back. And when you are clear on your audience, on your targeting group, on your client avatar, it's very difficult to don't gain clients with this strategy.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay. So let's say along your entrepreneur journey, who do you think impact you the most? What mentor?
It was not only the one mentor, it was a lot of mentors I had. So first it was Elliot Hills. He was my first life coach when I was 18. And it changed a lot about my way to think, my beliefs, my habits I had, and that had the biggest impact on my life first before I got into business. But then for business, it was Seafood and Log as well. I learned so much from him. And also some smaller mentors. They are very underground in Germany. They also helped me to get the right mindset, to learn the skills in marketing and closing. But right now I'm learning a lot from Sifoden, and it helps me very good to improve my skills, my business, and the ability to help my clients as well.
Wow, nice. So along your journey, is there any mistakes you've learned in the past, and what did you learn from it?
Oh, I made so much mistakes. It's
Okay.
it's a lot. So in the beginning was about pricing. So I had in the beginning the idea of, hey, when I'm cheaper than every competitors, the people will buy from me. So I start to selling my coaching for, first was for 300 euros and second was for 500 euros. And it was one-on-one coaching for 3 months. And the people had very bad results because they didn't do what I told them. And I thought, oh, I have to go maybe more cheaper. And then I found my first mentor in Germany, and he said, hey, the people are not having good results because they are not committed for the coaching. And then I start raising my prices and got my first coaching for 1,500 euros. The people had much better experiences, much better results in this coaching. And then I was, okay, that's very, very good, the way I price. And then I found my new mentor, and he told to me, Benjamin, you are too cheap. So, and then I also raised my price again immediately. That was the time I got so many clients. I had to stop gaining new clients. That I had to raise my prices immediately from 2 to 3 to 5 to 8,000 euros for coaching. And I thought about, oh, the people will never pay this, and it's so it's so hard to close in this price area, because 3K was already hard, but when I close people for 5 or 8K, it's impossible for me. But I did this just 2 calls, pitch for 5K, and both got my clients. So I saw it wasn't harder, it was much easier to sell for high ticket. And the audience, the results was much better. The audience from the people I worked with was much better. So the people had they had problems, but there was much easier clients. It makes very much fun with them. I called deliver more value because I had more time now for clients. Called meet with them live in person, and this was very beneficial for my business. And that's something I give to every one of my clients, because when you are very cheap in price, you have a lot of competitioners, and you attract a very hard audience of clients.
Yes, that's right. Yes. As I remember, as Dan Kennedy said, if you are the cheapest person in town, you have no strategic advantage. If you are the most expensive in town, you have every strategic advance. So it's just like what you say. When people pay more, they will pay more attention, right?
Yeah. So
Yes.
I see this in the gym membership. So when people book a fitness coach for maybe 3,000 to 5,000 euros or dollars, they're very committed to change something in their life. But when they say pay 20 to 30 dollar every month just for the gym membership, no one goes to the gym. It's very easy to say, today it's hard, I'm not motivated, so I don't go to the gym.
That's right. Yes. Because it's like a human nature, right? It's a human psychology. We believe the more I pay, I want to get the most out of it. I need to work hard, right? So yeah, it's natural. If it's too cheap, no one would appreciate it. It's just a couple of dollars. It's I don't want to do it. Just leave it. Yes. So let's say for a coach, he or she just get started, right? Not so many people know him or her. So how could they position themselves as an expert in their niche?
Yes. So it depends a bit on your audience, but something that's very easy to do is when you look at what your closers are, because I know there are a lot of millionaires outside, they only wear t-shirts, and it's also okay. But when you wear something that looks special, for example, that's just one thing. There's a lot of things you can do, but when you just wear something that looks special, people see you more as an authority.
Okay.
So it means dress to impress. So, and there's that has a huge impact, because that was one of the things I had in my personal development niche. So I already liked before 5 or 6 years to wear very nice suits. So I just love to wear this and go out with this. Sometimes I even go shopping with this. So because I just love to go outside there. And this was very impressive to people. So they saw TikToks, and there was me in a suit to give advice about life, personal development, and that was very that's very interesting. So they thought about who is this guy, so that he wearing nice clothes, and that also give me access to a very great audience. That's one thing you can do then to position yourself as an authority in the market. Other thing is when you are omnipresent with content, because when you share a lot of values, a lot of beliefs you have about your niche, people see you as an authority. So they, even with YouTube or short form content, they build something like a fan dynamic to you. So it's not the same like to a superstar, but it's pretty similar to this. And people connect with you. So when people come into my calls, my closing calls, I didn't have to make some objection handling and hard closing or something like this. People know what my way of thinking was. and it was very easy to just connect with them, and they already know my values, what my I also branded my program I did with my clients, and that helps a lot to make them conscious about the niche I was in, and the value it gives to their life.
I see. It's because they already consumed a lot of your content before jumping a call with you. That's why they already know your mindset, right? So they would like to continue working with you. Yeah. So let's say during the call, right? The client, the prospect, he or she didn't know it's a high ticket program. Would you recommend to tell them the price upfront?
It depends a bit on your niche. So I think when you sell some individual solutions, I know, for example, when we go back again to fitness coaching or maybe to web design, for an example, not everyone has the same wish. So some people just want a simple website with no features, and other people want a member area on their site. They want a 3-page funnel, and so it depends a bit on the offer. So you can do this upfront, but I like to do this. I tell something upfront in how much, what's the price range, but I don't tell the exact price when no one asks. So, but when I'm in the closing call with people, I like to find solutions with them when they really want to do this. So, for example, I sell something for 6,000. The most people, when they see on your website it's 6,000 in coaching niche, they look in the bank account, they only have 4,000 on the bank account, for example, and think, oh, I can't buy this. I only have 4,000. But there are more solutions you can offer them with rate payments, for one example, or with downsell options.
Or maybe payment plan. It will help.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So it's more like you provide a solution for them. You give them a strategy first, then tell them the price if they want to work with you or not, right?
Yeah. So when you have a very big page about one offer, sometimes it makes sense, sometimes not. It's not so easy to answer generously. But for coaches and consultants, I think it's a better way to don't do the price for your high ticket offer on the website for the most.
Okay. Do you think it will attract some like low quality people to jump on the closing call with you because they don't know the price, right? It's far beyond their expectation about pricing.
Yeah. So that's why I always do a closing call in 2 calls. First, I do a qualification call, and then I tell them in the first call where the price range is, not the exact price, but where it starts from the pricing. So for myself, my pricing starts with 4K for big offer for big coaching programs. And then I asked them if they, in the past, if they invested already in coaching programs and they have budget to invest in themselves right now. And that's also an important thing.
I see. So you asked them what's their past investment about the coaching to find out their budget first. Okay. That's a clever strategy.
So, but right now I had so many calls with other coaches. I see really fast when someone is committed to a work about the experience or not. So it's very, very it never happens for me right now that I have people in the sales call that are, oh my God, it's so much. I didn't expect this. I thought it was $1,000. I don't have this right now anymore. So earlier it was the case, but right now when you position on the right way, when the people see you're not just an expert, you are an expert with values, and you provide to an audience with a premium audience, they see and think they already know that it's not that cheap.
Yeah, that's right. But sometimes the people will have some concern, right? If I share so much on social media about my expertise, about my content, why people would invest in my program when
Yeah.
I put out so much content, right?
As a lot of people know a lot, but they are not able to go into the work. They don't pull the trigger. So a lot of people, everybody know how to lose weight, for example, just eat a bit less and make more exercise, do more sports. But for the most people, it's not that simple. They need someone that who go the journey with them together, and
Mhm.
that's the primary point. People want to work with you. So
Yeah.
every knowledge, not every knowledge, that's not right, but um, almost every knowledge you can find in books, you can find in the internet, on YouTube, but that's not the reason people buy coachings. That they only want to buy strategies or pure knowledge. They buy someone who gives them the knowledge on the right time and helps them to make the transformation and gives them feedback, holds them accountable. That's everything a coach or expert also provide.
Yes. It's like if we follow a coach, a mentor, we take the shortcut.
Yeah,
It will save us so much time.
yeah.
Yes, yes, that's right. That's right. So what's your suggestion for those people who would like to figuring all out by themselves by watching free content online, like YouTube videos, right? Search for sporadic information online. What's your suggestion to those people?
So I think you don't need to have a coach in every aspect of life, but for everything that's important for you, you should definitely take a coach because it
Uh-huh.
gives you so much time in the end. So the real benefit people become from coaching is time. So for example, when I want to learn a new language, for example, Chinese, I
Yeah,
can do this by my same by apps or by books maybe as well, but it takes so much time and I don't know
yeah,
if I pronounce something wrong, if I do
that's right.
if I made mistakes. But when I have a coach or a teacher in this, it I'm 5 times so fast as I do it myself. And in
That's
business,
right.
it's the
Yeah.
same. You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, that's right. You don't know what you don't know. So following a mentor is so important because for a mentor,
Yeah,
he or she already had so much trial and errors. It will save you time. You don't have to experience all those again. You just take the working method. So that's your shortcut.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
So and sometimes it's very hard. I see this with a lot of my clients because a lot of my clients are also coaches, and for me it's the same. But sometimes when I do something, I may make some big mistakes, or I almost do some big mistakes because I don't see them. I don't have the right view on myself I have on other people, because
Mhm.
we are always, when we are into the process, we don't see sometimes that we make failures or mistakes.
Yeah.
And when you have a coach outside that you call with them weekly and are in contact with permanently, and you go some next steps, you see the he sees the mistakes you make and gives you feedback about this.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes when people are so certain about one thing, actually it's not correct. They don't know it. But
Yeah,
a coach, he or she could see this mistake and correct them. That's how they can skyrocket their progress.
yeah. For
Yes.
example, fitness coaching, where I was first time in the gym, I did every exercise I found there and I did everything wrong. And I didn't know I do this wrong. But
Yeah.
then the trainer comes to me and says, you have to do this this way. And I didn't saw this on myself. I thought I make this the right way. So a coach or trainer, something that observes you in what you do, is so valuable for your business, for one example, but also for every other aspect of your life.
Yes, that's right. I did the same mistake as well, by the way, at the gym. Especially
Yeah,
for fitness, if we did a certain position wrong, it could not only didn't have the fitness impact, right? Impact, but also it will hurt our body actually.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
so in some niche or some parts of life, it's more necessary to have a coach. In some less, but it's also in every part of life very helpful to have a coach.
Mhm. That's right. That's right. Okay, it's time for questions. So, Florence, do you have any questions? If you want, you can unmute yourself and ask question directly. Do you have any questions, Florence? Okay. No. What's your takeaway from this interview, by the way? You can type in the chat if you want. Okay, okay, you are traveling. Okay, okay, got it. Let me see. YouTube people. Okay, so far no questions. So Benjamin, what's your words to our audiences?
Yeah. Everyone, when you're doing any business outside there, focus on building a personal brand. Even if you are in B2B, tax reduction or something that is very that has nothing, you think something have nothing so much to do with your personal brand. When you build your personal brand, it's so powerful. You can do so much things with this when you have an audience that trust you and want to listen to your opinions, to your advice. So search some social media channels there outside and start posting opinions for some parts of life that are important for you. Even if you just didn't start it yet to start a business, I would
Yeah.
everyone rate to do this because it's so powerful what you can do in future with this personal brand.
Okay, okay, sounds good. Let's say for those coaches who just started from their mistakes, right? So if they want to learn from you, how could they reach to you?
They can find me on Instagram, Benjamin Moldt,
Mhm.
or go to my website when highvaluemarketing.com
Okay.
and just go to the website and got into the formula or just write me a message on Instagram and
Mhm.
we can also talk then personally about their wants and goals they have. Yeah.
Mhm. Yes, that's right. And Florence say coaching is accelerating your success in a specific area, 5x or 10x your results with a coach, and
Yeah,
avoid the mistakes by the help of your coach. Yes, that's right. It's your shortcut if you follow a coach, right?
of course.
You don't have to figure it all out by yourself to try those trials and errors. It's a waste of time. And also in business, you will waste a lot of money. It's like burning money,
Yeah.
right?
So in the last just 2 years, I invested a six-figure income to just coaches and
Mm.
something that helps me to develop my skills, my knowledge, and that brings me for some people it sounds so much. Well, 100,000 euros, it's a lot of money, but it gives me more money than I invest in, so it is was a very worth investment. So, and even in the future, it's but I will invest even more just in coachings, in consultings, in development my skills, because that always, even specifically when you have a business or
Yes.
something like else, it always comes back to you.
Yes. You have to stay relevant, especially when you are in
Yeah,
business.
yeah,
Yes, keep your finger on the pulse. I did the same actually. I invested as well 6 figures in the self-development and education about business, because I believe if I invest in myself, no one can take it away from me. It's mine.
Yeah.
It's always mine, right?
Yeah.
Yes, this is the best investment people can make, to invest in themselves.
Yes, it's also an advice I want to give to people outside. So even our mentors say this to us, but invest in yourself first is more important. Brings you way more benefits than when you invest your first money you earn in crypto or something like this. Even if you do 100% revenue, just a few people do this with crypto, but even if you do this, it doesn't give you the same benefits that development and coachings bring to you.
Yes, that's right. Let's say a person who have the 100% revenue from investing in crypto, right? But it's a high risk market. You don't know why you win the money, right? And later maybe you lose it all. You don't know why either. So you have to have the knowledge to back you up. You know why you call success, and you know why you fail. So that's really important, I think.
Yep.
There's a method in everything we do, and also there's a pattern in everything we do as well.
Yeah, you said this, so you can lose investments in cryptos, or the stock market can crash. But even if you will delete my whole business, it can't happen. So, but even if every channel, my Instagram, my TikTok, my podcast, my YouTube, everything got deleted, I can start in 2 months again now to build a new business that's already successful, because when you did it one time, you can do it a second time. So it's
that's right, because you know the method, you know the formula already. That's why you can did it again, to build it from scratch again and be successful.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Benjamin, for your time. And I really enjoyed the interview with you.
Yeah,
so
I also enjoyed. Thank you for the invite.
Yeah, welcome. That's all for the Kelly Show. Yes. Goodbye.
Great. Goodbye.
Bye. Okay. Florian, this is the end of the interview. Did you enjoy it? Okay, bye. Thank you. Bye. Yeah, bye, Florian. Enjoy your company with us. Okay, how do you feel, Benjamin?
Oh, it was great, I think.